I'm Chef Jeremy over here.
I'm Chef Tuck.
I am Chef Connie, and this is your Memorial Day feast. Ooh. Memorial Day is traditionally to honor those who have served and passed in our military service. And it is also a symbol for the first weekend of summer, okay? So not only are we honoring those, but we are also getting very ready for some summer vibes, okay?
Ooh, we got your summer vibes.
Yeah. Let's get right into this cocktail. And so we are gonna be making a very traditional summer beverage, an Arnold Palmer.
I like to drink.
Yeah.
We can cut the golf out though.
Awesome,
We got the Arnold have covered.
Yeah, right? What you have in your kits is a little bit of truffled lemonade. And then we're gonna be making a very special tea of Pluma dried flowers, and you want to get a glass that you can get a bunch of ice into. So a Tom's Collins glass, a big ball jar, because you want this to be as crisp as possible. And ideally you would make the tea the day before, but we're going to show you a little trick if you want to make it instantly, okay? Go ahead and only heat up 2 cups, and that remaining cup we'll add to this, but we'll add it in the form of ice, just to cool that right down. So once your water has come up to a gentle simmer, go ahead and turn that heat right off. What I like to do is hold the flowers, and then I just sort of use the stems as a little spoon and just mix it all up. Bing bonk. Steep for 4 minutes. So go ahead and grab your beautiful lemonade mixer here that's got a little bit of truffle honey, a little bit of ginger. We are gonna be making 2 cocktails. And for each cocktail, you want about 2 ounces of your alcohol of choice. And then of course, whenever you are shaking up a cocktail, you want to go ahead and get a bunch of ice in that mixer.
We're gonna get the shaken up over here.
Wow, what a guy. What a guy.
I know.
Like, I'm not
gun show.
I'm not nervous. No. Yeah.
This is where you can do your little tricks if you want to do flips.
Oh, we're gonna get covered in ice tea right now.
So you just want to shake this about 30 seconds until the shaker is nice and cold.
All you'll need to do now is just strain out those beautiful flowers. We're gonna go ahead and just pop about a cup's worth of ice. And so now you have your full 3 cups of water. In your kit, you received a lemon for that poaching of the chicken, but what you can do, cut yourself off a few rings and get them as thin as you possibly can. And then for a little extra flair, what you can do is find the center here, just cut a little piece off of that right down the line. And then what you can do is you can curl it, make that look all pretty. Look how pretty it is. Oh!
We're just gonna eyeball it over here.
The tea right on top. And as you pour that, it just naturally mixes up. That is the only way to start off the summer season, is with a delicious cocktail with your bestest of friends. Cheers to you guys. A celebration. Salud.
Cheers,
everybody.
Happy Memorial Day. What up guys? So this is my part of our Memorial Day kit over here. So I'm starting us off with a Chef Tuck cheese board. We'll start with cheese. It's the best way to start, honestly. So we've got this beautiful chunk of camembert. So as soon as you pop it out the bag, you're gonna smell the funk. Don't be scared. Just gonna cut it in half. So anytime you make a cheese board, you just wanna make it look beautiful and flushed out. The truffle honey is muscles. Perfect just as it is. So I'm gonna go ahead, pop that off to the side over here. So pear is actually really excellent with both this creamy brie and our mimolette. And we just wanna do thin slices of pear. We've got our pickled shallots. Now, the pickled shallots are very juicy. You want to keep all that juice, all right? Let them hang out in their pickling liquid that we sent you. Let's get some dried fruit in here. And so once you start adding the smaller things, that's when you can fill in the holes in your cheese board. So all these dried cherries, kind of make a little cherry river if you want. Let's get into our mimolette and pistachios over here. So for this mimolette, I'm gonna do a few slices that are nice and long. Let's get some pistachio chunks in here. And of course, get your crackers involved. I like to kind of stack them, crack them and stack them. If you want to do a few long ones on the back, totally fine. And that's your cheese board.
Now it is time for the chicken salad portion of this kit. Remove that delicious boneless chicken thigh out of that packaging and lay it onto that paper towel. Get that air drying and you're good to go. So we are making 2 delicious chicken salad rolls, and so we have some beautiful brioche buns for you guys ready to rock. And so what we're gonna do is make ourselves a delicious aromatic broth. Get that chicken off the paper towel, and I'm gonna come on over here with a little bit of that Balinese truffle salt, okay? And so what I like to do is I get a nice little pinch on here, and I go ahead and I get as high as I possibly can, okay? For even distribution of salt. Flip it, and then go ahead and season that other side. Now that our beautiful chicken is seasoned, I'm gonna go ahead and slide it into my pot here, trying to avoid any chickeny hands here. And then I'm gonna get it nice and flat. And now I'm gonna start adding some aromatics, okay? And so the first thing I'm gonna do is grab the rest of that lemon, and I'm just gonna roll that baby. And even though you trimmed it on the side, go ahead and just cut that in half. And you're gonna go ahead and squeeze as much liquid as you possibly can, right? And so not only are we gonna get a little bit of that acid in our poaching liquid, but we're gonna use the rind in here as well to get some of that nice sort of bitterness to our liquid. A really great way to sort of activate the oils that are within the garlic clove is take your knife, right, on the side, blade away from you, and you're gonna go ahead and give it a smash, okay? You can also just use the palm of your hand and Hulk smash it. Kia, okay? Last but not least, we're gonna add a little bit of herbaceousness. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use half of this parsley, right? Save this for another day. And I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna give myself a nice little covering of that parsley. Once I have my seasoned chicken thighs, 2 cloves of smashed garlic, a cut in squeezed lemon, and a nice little pinch of parsley here, whole stem and all. We're gonna go ahead and grab a little bit of water. Add just enough water until that product in your pot is just barely covered. Bring everything up to a simmer, turn the heat off, cover it, and just let it hang out for 20 minutes until your chicken is done, and that's it. Celery's nice because it kind of has that natural flatness to it. And so I cut my celery into more manageable pieces, and then all I have to do is cut it in half and then into quarters, and you'll see that you already get that sort of natural dice. So what we have in our bowl right here is diced celery, diced green and white parts of our scallion. Go ahead and cut yourself off 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna go ahead and pop that into my saute pan. Once you have a nice foamy butter in your pan, go ahead and whatever you toast buns, it's always a good idea to sort of stick the bun in the pan and then move it around slightly just so you get that nice even coating. Our chicken has been poached, rested, and is now chilling in our fridge. Brioche is perfect. We're gonna bind all of our ingredients with mayo. And so, totally a personal preference here, but for me, whenever I have a mayo-based salad like this, I like to add just enough mayo until it just holds itself together. And so if you are a big mayonnaise fan and you wanna put a little bit more in there, go for it, all right? But what I'm gonna do is go ahead and just start with half. Let's go ahead and mix this salad up, and you're gonna see all of these beautiful ingredients bind together, looking absolutely gorgeous. Kewpie mayo has a little bit of base seasoning, and so you always wanna taste that chicken salad before you decide whether it needs more salt. And so I feel like it just needs a little splash here. And so I'm gonna come on over here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just make it rain real quick. We're gonna brighten this up with just a little bit of champagne vinegar. And then if you like a little spice in your life, like I do, you'll go ahead and grab your favorite hot sauce and give yourself just a little sprinkling as well. Rock that in here. We have our beautiful chicken salad here, seasoned to perfection. We have some beautiful toasted buns. So let's make these sandwiches and let's get eating. So there you have it. You have 2 beautiful chicken salad rolls here, and you're gonna have some extra chicken left over, of course. And so feel free to say that that'll last in your fridge for about 2 to 3 days.
Hey everyone, what's up? So, I wanted to send you some fresh cookie dough. It's Memorial Day. I know you just want to be outside, so we're doing little work. We've got some delicious s'mores cookies going on here. So we've got graham crackers, dark chocolate, brown butter. This cookie is packed with flavor. It's my absolute favorite. And I've got a sheet pan lined with parchment paper. You can use a sheet pan that's lined with a silicone baking mat, some foil and grease. You just want something that's non-stick over here. And I'm just gonna scoop some cookie dough balls over here. My biggest tip over here is leave your dough out for about an hour so it is nice and easy to scoop. And I'm going over here like fat golf ball sized pieces of dough. That's my favorite cookie size. And I'm gonna pop these into our 350-degree oven just for about 10 minutes. I'll rotate them at the 5-minute mark. We've also sent you a few marshmallows over here. This is for after your cookies are baked. You can sandwich it, get a nice s'more cookie going on. And so there's a few ways you can do this. You can do it with a blowtorch. You can do it on an open fire if you're out, over the barbecue. If you have a gas burner, that works well. I today don't have any of those things, so I'm going to show you one of my favorite ways to do it. It's cool, it looks fun for people. So we're going to do it the flambe style. And so I'm just seeing my first vapors rising from that alcohol. I'm turning off the heat, and I'm going to stand back and just light it up. I'm gonna go for a nice golden brown, but I almost always light my marshmallow a little bit on fire. Oh! So I got my 2 cookies here right out of the oven. I'm gonna go in with my marshmallows. I've got a few roasted ones, one that just came off the fire. Woo! And look at that. That is a s'mores deluxe over here. You got your graham and chocolate in the cookie, your toasted mallows. I'm gonna dig right in. It is so good. You get that nice toasted marshmallow, you get the brown butter goodness, all those ripples of chocolate going on. You get the graham crackery honey goodness from the cookie. I swear, this is gonna be a life-changing s'more. I hope you enjoy. I'm gonna go in the corner and just finish this up. You see that marshmallow thing? Oh, you're still here! Oh, I bet you're wondering, what are the Starburst for in the kit? This is like a childhood favorite of mine. I learned about this, it's called Roasted Starburst over here. So what you're gonna do, and you might think this is crazy, you might not like it, so if you don't like it, you get a pack of Starburst. If you love this, it is gonna change your life. So we're gonna put our little pink Starburst right on our skewer over here. And then I'm coming over to my little fire station, and since you have the fire going, you're just gonna roast this Starburst. And you'll see it starts to bubble. You just barely want to melt the outside until it bubbles. It looks like the whole outside is wet. And be careful, it is hot sugar, so it does burn. You get the most interesting texture going on. It gets like crispy around the outside, super soft and chewy inside. It is one of my favorite little treats over here. So that's a bonus for you. Try it out. If you love it, you found a new treat.
Enjoy over this Memorial Day weekend. Thank you guys so much for buying our kit, and we'll see you next time.